You think your payroll's clean. Then one employee talks to a lawyer and suddenly you're in a wage and hour claim that blindsides your business. By the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid the 5 most common wage and hour violations that can cost your business tens of thousands of dollars even if you thought you were doing everything right. Number 1. Misclassifying employees as exempt. Not everyone who earns a salary qualifies as exempt. Job duties matter more than job titles. You may be asking, what does this mean? And why does it matter? When an employee is classified as exempt, it means that they're not entitled to overtime pay under the Fair Labor Standards Act or the FLSA. But to legally qualify as exempt, they have to meet specific tests usually related to job duties, salary level, and how they're paid. Misclassifying someone as exempt, especially just because they're salaried or have a fancy title, can be a big mistake. If you label someone exempt, but their day-to-day tasks don't qualify, you could owe back pay for every hour of unpaid overtime, sometimes going back years, plus penalties and legal fees. Number 2, improper tip pooling or deductions. If you own a restaurant or service business, this one's a legal nightmare because under federal and many state laws, tips belong to the employee who earned them. Employers can only require tip pooling if it's fair, voluntary in some states, and follow strict rules. That means only certain employees like servers and bartenders can be included in a tip pool. Managers and supervisors can't take a cut. Employers can't deduct for broken dishes, walkouts, or uniforms from an employee's tips. If you're taking money from tips or including the wrong people in a tip pool, you're violating wage and hour laws and exposing your business to back pay and penalties. Number 3, not paying for pre- and post-shift work. Have you ever gone to work and you have to prepare before you can actually start doing your job? I'll give you an example. Your employee gathers the cleaning supplies before you start cleaning. That's time your employee is already working. Number 4, off-the-clock work. If you're asking and expecting employees to answer texts and emails after hours, that counts. And number 5, inadequate or missing records. If you didn't document it, you'll probably lose. Period. I've seen employers owe $5,000 in wages, but end up paying $40,000 once it's all said and done. One unpaid hour can turn into a multi-$1,000 claim. Why? Because the law favors the employee when records are missing or inconsistent. And once the lawsuit starts, you're not just paying what's owed, you're paying for everyone's lawyers, penalties, and time lost from running your business. If you're not auditing your pay practices on the regular, you might already be a target. Imagine a bakery that has 6 employees. The owner pays everyone a flat weekly salary, but 3 of those employees should have been paid overtime. 1 complaint, 1 audit. They've just lost $30,000. All because no one explained what non-exempt meant. So is your payroll in order? If a fed-up employee who didn't get paid overtime talks to a lawyer, are you safe? Getting involved in a lawsuit like this is like speeding. You might not see the sign, but you're still going to get the ticket. Bottom line, if it violates the law, you're liable. Now that you know some of the ways your business can get in trouble, let's talk about how we avoid them. First, do a compliance check. A real compliance review isn't just glancing at your time cards. It includes reviewing classification of every employee, checking for outdated overtime policies, looking at how you track time and who's in charge of it, making sure your employee handbook reflects current state and federal laws, and ensuring you're storing records in a way that actually stands up in court. Most business owners don't even realize they're supposed to keep certain wage records for at least 3 years. Wage and hour lawsuits have increased over 400% in the last 20 years. The average settlement in a class action wage case? Over $6 million. Even individual claims often end in payouts far above what was originally owed. Don't become part of these statistics. If any of this is news to you and you're maybe not sure where to begin, leave a comment, and I'll be happy to see how I can help ensure your business is running without any legal blind spots. Wage and hour compliance will save you money, and getting in front of it before the lawsuit happens is cheap compared to what you would lose. Thanks for watching.